Yo, hoop fans! Your sideline sage, Tips and Upstreams, is lacing up once again. On deck, deep dives into the freshest NBA clashes, ready to set the planks ablaze. But before we jump the ball, be sure to hammer that subscribe on our YouTube channel to keep hooked with our sharp forecasts and prime selections. All right, let's bounce into today's NBA crystal ball reads. The first prediction for today is for the game between Indiana Pacers and Boston Celtics. As we gear up for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Boston Celtics and Indiana Pacers are set to face off at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in a crucial showdown. With Boston holding a 2-0 lead, the Pacers are desperate for a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. However, the potential absence of their star player, Tyrese Haliburton, who is nursing a sore hamstring, casts a shadow over this contest. The Celtics dominated Game 2, winning 126-110, with Jaylen Brown leading the charge with a 40-point performance. Boston's efficiency was on full display, shooting 53.4% from the field and an impressive 38.8% from beyond the arc. Their defensive prowess was equally notable, as they forced 16 turnovers and limited Indiana to 52.4% shooting. The Celtics' ability to control the glass, out-rebounding the Pacers by 3, and their superior ball movement, evidenced by 28 assists, were key factors in their victory. Boston has been a juggernaut this season, boasting a 64-18 record. They rank second in the league in points per game, 120.6, and are formidable from deep, hitting 38.8% of their three-point attempts. Defensively, they are equally stout, allowing just 109.2 points per game, the fifth best mark in the NBA. The Celtics' ability to force turnovers and protect the rim has been crucial to their success, as they rank first in the league in opponent blocks per game, 3.7, and turnovers per game, 11.9. On the other hand, the Pacers have struggled defensively, ranking 27th in the league in points allowed per game, 120.2, and last in opponent field goal percentage, 49.6%. Despite these shortcomings, Indiana's offense has been potent, leading the league in field goal percentage, 50.7%, and ranking first in assists per game, 30.8. Pascal Siakam has been a standout performer for the Pacers, averaging 21.7 points and 7.7 rebounds per game. However, the potential absence of Haliburton, who has been averaging 18.7 points and 4.8 rebounds, could be a significant blow. In terms of recent head-to-head matchups, the Celtics have had the upper hand. Over the last 5 games played in Indiana, Boston has emerged victorious in 3, including the last 2 meetings. The Pacers, however, have been strong at home in these playoffs, maintaining a 6-0 record. They will need to channel that home court advantage and receive significant contributions from their supporting cast to stand a chance against a well-oiled Celtics machine. Injury-wise, the Pacers are missing Benedict Mathurin for the season, and Haliburton's status remains uncertain. For the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis is out until at least Game 4 due to a calf injury, and Xavier Tillman is questionable due to personal reasons. The potential absence of Haliburton could tilt the scales further in Boston's favor, given his pivotal role in Indiana's offense. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum struggled mightily in Game 1, but the Celtics were extremely fortunate and escaped with a win. Brown bounced back in Game 2 with 40 points, but Tatum has continued to look shaky. It likely won't matter against the Pacers, but it's worth keeping an eye on for the NBA Finals. Derek White and Drew Holiday are the primary reasons the Celtics find themselves up 2-0 in this series. White and Holiday have consistently made great decisions, rebounded at a high level, and have assisted on most of Boston's baskets. I really can't say enough good things about those two and their level of focus on both ends. Everyone focuses on Brown and Tatum because they average the most points per game, but the reason the Celtics are heavy championship favorites is because of the additions of 2 All-Stars, Kristaps Porzingis and Holiday, and White's ascension into an all-star caliber player. The Celtics are in a great spot to take a 3-0 lead, as Tyrese Haliburton will likely be less than 100% if he plays, and the Pacers seemingly have no answers for the Celtics offense. The Celtics have shot the ball on average, by their standards, but it hasn't mattered, as they've dominated the Pacers on the offensive glass, rebounding about 32% of their misses through 2 games. Boston's offense is hard enough to stop for 1 shot, but when teams allow multiple shots, the Celtics are nearly impossible to stop. The Pacers must find a way to improve their defensive rebounding and get out in transition if they want to avoid going down 3-0. Monitor the injury report, as Haliburton is questionable with a left hamstring injury. Haliburton left Game 2 late in the third quarter and did not return. Halliburton is obviously the engine of this offense, and his absence would be a big loss for the Pacers. If Halliburton sits, expect T.J. McConnell to start, which would be a big hit to Indiana's spacing and three-point attempt rate. The Pacers need to continue to get up threes if they want to hang with a Celtics team attempting over 40% of its shots from three in the postseason. The Celtics have a 124.2 offensive rating through the first two games of this series, and it hasn't looked like the Pacers have an ability to get consistent stops, so they'll have to figure out how to generate more offense. They've shown an ability to score with the Celtics in the half court, and were +1 with Halliburton on the floor at halftime of Game 2. The Pacers outscored the Celtics in the half court in Game 1, but were awful in transition in that game. We saw that flip in Game 2 when they did a great job of setting their defense, but allowed an awful 122.4 half-court offensive rating to the Celtics. They've lost these games largely due to their bench being clobbered, but the bright side is that the Pacers starters have shown they can hang. Whether Halliburton is available will likely determine the Pacers' chances in this game. Boston's defense will likely focus on limiting Siakam's impact and forcing the Pacers' secondary players to step up. Jason Tatum, despite his struggles from three, has been a consistent force, averaging 25.2 points and 10.2 rebounds in the playoffs. Jaylen Brown has emerged as the Celtics' primary scorer, averaging 26.6 points on 54.4% shooting. The backcourt duo of Derek White and Drew Holiday has been exceptional, providing scoring, playmaking, and stout defense. Indiana will need a collective effort to overcome Boston's formidable defense. Miles Turner and Andrew Nembhard must elevate their games, especially if Halliburton is sidelined. Turner's ability to stretch the floor and protect the rim will be crucial, while Nembhard's playmaking and scoring will need to compensate for Halliburton's potential absence. From a betting perspective, the Celtics are favored by a 7.5-point spread, with the over-under set at 222.5 points. Given Boston's recent form and Indiana's defensive struggles, the Celtics are well positioned to cover the spread. However, the Pacers' unbeaten home record in these playoffs suggests they won't go down without a fight. In conclusion, the Boston Celtics appear to have the upper hand in this matchup. Their offensive efficiency, coupled with a stout defense, makes them the favorites to take a commanding 3-0 series lead. The potential absence of Tyrese Halliburton further complicates Indiana's prospects. Expect the Celtics to cover the spread and secure the victory in a high-scoring affair. Play Boston Celtics to win and cover the spread. Game 3, over 222 points. The over has been a sure bet in both games of this series so far, and I don't see that changing, with or without Halliburton. Indiana's game plan revolves around pushing the pace and running the floor. They've been one of the highest-scoring teams since the regular season, and have carried that momentum into the playoffs with a 10-5 record on the OU. Back at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for Game 3, where they've gone 29-18 on the OU this season, their up-tempo style isn't slowing down. Boston has been on fire from beyond the arc, hitting 15, 15, and 19 threes in their last three games, showing no signs of missing Kristaps Porzingis. The Celtics are averaging 129.5 PPG in this series, and even with Tatum and Brown sharing the scoring load, Holiday and White have been pivotal, dishing out assists and knocking down shots. The Pacers' supporting cast tends to shine at home, and they'll need to bring their A-game, especially from three-point land, to keep pace with Boston's firepower. Given the Celtics' recent form and the Pacers' home court energy, expect a high-scoring affair once again. I'm all in on the over for Game 3.